Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Linda. Yes, your Kenyan girl. You guessed that right. And you're Nigerian by fee. Yes, so for my Kenyan family members, karibuni sana watu wangu. How are you guys doing? Anyway, guys, so in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys some of Nigerian foods that I like and some that I do not like, some that I find strange. This video is just gonna be like all over the place, sha, but before we reach an end, you people are going to understand what's up. So when I came to Nigeria for the first time, that was 2 years ago, I was like, there were many of their foods that I've watched, and I thought to myself that they were different things, but when I came here, I realized they were not. For instance, sorry, let me drink water. Yeah, sorry about that. So, for instance, there's this Nigerian soup known as egusi. Some people call it melon soup. So when I used to watch it in Nigerian movies before I visited Nigeria, I thought it was egg. Only to come here and realize it's not actually egg. There are some seeds that you have to use blender to grind, or they have an engine in the market, they use it to grind it. Then it becomes powderish. Then you use it to make a paste. Then you use palm oil to fry it. So one of the Nigerian soup that I love the most as a Kenyan is egusi soup. The second soup I like the most is groundnut soup. Now, groundnut soup is basically you frying groundnut, and after frying those nuts, you grind them. After grinding them, you cook. You can either boil meat or fish or anything, any stock that you want, fish, meat, or whatever. For our Nigerian brothers, they normally boil a lot of things together, but for Kenyans, you guys know. If it's chicken, it's chicken. If it's meat, it is meat. If it's beef, it's beef. If it's goat meat, it's goat meat. If it's fish, it is fish. But Nigerians used to join everything together. You make soup that everything is inside. So this one now, the preparation of it is you'll boil all these things together. Then you'll take your grinded groundnut and add into it. Then there's crayfish, you add into it. Then there is this red palm oil, you add it into it. Basically, that's how they make it. Okay. Another food that I like is no, another food that I do not like, because I've said two that I like the most. My favorite soup, groundnut soup and goosey soup. Now, the soup I don't like is obono soup. Obono soup is also grinded seeds. This one look like that avocado seed. It looks like avocado seed. When you have taken avocado, the seed inside, it looks as if it's broken. So until today, I've never known whether it's that avocado seed they used to break or whether there's a different thing that looks the same. But that's how the seed looks. They grind it, then you cook it. That one too, you'll just boil your meat, then you'll take the grinded powder, you pour it into it, you add your crayfish, you add your red oil, you can add your leaf, and it's done. I don't like that one. I eat it once in a while. Why? Because of my children. Because it's like mrenda. If you put it in your mouth, it just be going down your throat. No stress to swallow it. Another one that I do not like is okra. I don't like okra also because okra is like mrenda. It's used to be, oh, the way it draws a lot. I just don't like anything that is drawing like that in my throat. I just eat it once in a while. For my kids as well, because my kids like it. Those are four foods, right? Another one that I like, when it comes to swallows are like Nigerian ugalis, okay? So the last time I was in Nigeria 2 years ago, they didn't have ugali, but this time I prayed so hard, and when I came, I met ugali. I prayed so hard that God should bring ugali to Nigeria. I met ugali. So they have their own kind of ugalis called swallow. Number one they have is eba. Eba is like cassava powder. You warm hot water, you pour it in a bowl, then you pour the cassava flour inside, then you cover it. After some time, you turn it, and you eat it. That's eba. I love eba. It's easy to prepare and it's just fantastic. Then we have pounded yam. This one, they have two types. You can either buy poundo yam, which is a pounded yam flour already sold in the supermarket. You buy over the shelves or over the counter. You come and do hot water like ugali water and just cook it. Or alternatively, you can buy yam. You come back home and peel it, boil it. When it's soft, you put it down. You put it in a mortar. Use a pestle to pound it, and then you dish it out and eat it. So this poundo yam, I like the one that is from the shelf, from the supermarket. Not this one that I have to peel and boil. No, I don't like that one. But this one that is in the supermarket, I only have one problem with it. I like it, but I cannot eat it today and tomorrow consecutively. If I eat it today, I can stay like 2 weeks without craving for it. It is, Nigerian person will say, quick to tire me. Like, it's something that gets you tired so fast. Like, for instance, if you're a Kenyan and you're making chapati, there's a way you get tired of the chapati smell even before you put it in your mouth. That's sorry. That's more or less the same thing that pound does to me. It gets me tired. Another swallow they have is called Santana. Some people call it Santana, some people call it apple, some people call it fufu. And this fufu, I only like it when it's fresh. But when it is not fresh, it has a slappy taste, like a sour taste, like maziwalala, and I don't like it anymore. And it's very hard to know which one is fresh, because you might follow somebody to buy, the person will tell you it's fresh, but it's not. So alternatively, of late I've noticed there are some stalls where they are selling fufu powder. So you can go and buy it, then you go and boil water at home and make it the same way you can make poundo yam by yourself. I love that one too. And then I'm okay with it. It's not like I love it. No, I'm okay with fufu. It's not like I love it. No, I'm okay with fresh fufu. I'm not okay with the one that is not fresh. But it's not like I love it. Do you get? It's not like I love it the way I love groundnut soup and egusi. Another thing that is very strange about Nigerian food is I notice they eat omena chaft. Now, this omena chaft is what they call crayfish. If you are Luo in Kenya and you eat omena, probably you know those omena chaff that when you're selecting omena, you will see them. Those chaff, they look like worms or something. Then you remove them, then you go and feed them to chicken. Those chicken, broiler chicken, you feed them to them. Here, those things are food, very nutritious, and they use them to make all sorts of soup. So when you hear Nigerians saying crayfish, that is what it means. Another thing about their food that is odd is that I notice Nigerians like mixing their soups. In a Nigerian pot of soup, there will be meat, there will be goat, there will be cow meat, goat meat, there will be matumbo, there will be liver, there will be fish, there will be dried fish, there will be fresh fish. You're like, why is this soup so confused? I don't like that. The first reason why I don't like it is because you don't get the real taste of the real thing you are craving. For instance, growing up in Kenya, we always eat, if it's meat, it's meat. If it's chicken, it's chicken. You get the point. If it's fish, it's fish. Why? Because sometimes I'm just craving fish. I just want to eat fish and feel good. So, if I'm in Nigeria where you people are mixing everything together, eating this soup, I will now have a taste of meat, a taste of goat meat, a taste of fish, a taste of chicken, a taste of liver, a taste of matumba. I'm like, what's all this? Another thing I noticed is that in Nigeria, my brothers and my sisters, they normally do something called throat. Now, I don't know whether the thing is cow throat or goat throat or what, but there are some slaughterhouses that you go and you ask them to cut and sell for you throat. They will just take this throat. They'll cut them many throats. That's the only meat they'll sell for you. I hate that thing. I hate it to the core. I just can't imagine myself eating throat. What? And they say they like it that is sweet. I don't like it. What else? What else? What else? What else? They have a tea called green tea. Their green tea is called Limpton tea, but it doesn't taste like our Kenyan green tea, and I don't like it. I've tried so much to try and get used to it, but it's like every time I try, I'm forcing it down my throat. And the last time I tried it was when I was pregnant with my last child, and man, my heart just left it. Like my heart refused it, rejected it completely, and it's been like 1 year and 8 months since I tasted it last. I don't like it. I'm still struggling to like that. What else? They have yam. I like yam, but I like it in a different way. If I fry yam, I won't eat it and eat it again and again. I eat it once and I'm tired of it. But if I boil yam like as if I'm boiling mihogo, Kenyan mihogo, I just boil the yam and use it to drink tea. I like it like that. But Kenyans, they like frying the yam. Sometimes they'll boil it and fry egg. I don't like it with egg. I don't like it with beans. The only way I like yam is if I boil it and make tea and take tea and yam as if I'm taking tea and sweet potato or tea and mihogo or tea and bread. That way I like it. And then they also have Kenyan sweet potato here. I love that. I also noticed they have ugali flour now. I love that. I also noticed they now have chapati flour. I love that. I'm yet to see baking powder, but I'm using yeasts. I've seen their yeasts. I don't like the taste of their yeast, but I've seen their yeast. What else? I don't know, but their leaves, yeah, their vegetable leaves now. They have a leaf they call ugu leaf. Most of them call it pumpkin leaf, but to be honest, it's not pumpkin leaf because the pumpkin that me and you know have malenge as their leaf. This pumpkin leaf they call pumpkin leaf is not malenge, so I don't know which pumpkin they are talking about. And it's not as if it's the kind of leaf that used to produce pumpkin. So, my Nigerian in-laws, please tell me which pumpkin does ugu leaf produce? Because I've never seen that one. They have a ewedu. Ewedu is mrenda. Ewedu is just mrenda basically. But there are very many breeds of mrenda, so that their own breed is different. But mrenda is mrenda anyway. They have Kenyan cabbage, they have carrots here, they have peas or green beans, they have what else? What else? What else? They have terere here, even though their own terere tastes differently. I think that is just because of the soil. Maybe it tastes differently because of the soil. Yeah, they have beans. They have white beans, red beans. Their red beans and white beans, all of them have a different appearance from Kenyan beans, and they taste different from Kenyan beans, and they are quick to cook. Like if you're cooking them, they are easily cooked than Kenyan beans. But Kenyan beans still tastes better than them. They also have Irish potatoes here. I love that as well. Rice, those are normal things that are everywhere. They also have dried fish. Dried fish. That their dried fish is called, they call it bonga fish. But that bonga fish, it tastes like, no, not dried fish, it's smoked fish. They call it bonga fish. It tastes like, is it otolka onge? Is it? You guys know smoked fish. Yeah. They have smoked fish and they call it bonga fish. and I love it because those smoked fish, when you cook them, they normally have very hard flesh. Yes, I like it. That one tastes the same as our smoked fish. Basically, there are very many things here that if I want to remember and talk about all of them, this video is gonna be too long. I can see we're already 15 minutes, 16 seconds into it. And I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around. If you have watched this video up to here and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And let's meet in our next video. Bye.